Welcome to Aviatife, the free career add-on from Microsoft Flight Simulator. In this video, we will be getting started with our first flight. My name is Open Darkwing, and let's get started. Okay, we've reached the dashboard. Anywhere you're at in the software, clicking on the logo in the upper right will always bring you back to here at the dashboard. From here, we can see today's daily challenges. Completing these daily challenges will give us Avia tokens. These are used to unlock skills and buy things in the shop. The challenges will reset every day at midnight Zulu. We will talk more about Avia tokens later on. From here, we can see our first steps of what we have to do. This is just a nice little guide to help you along that will disappear after you've rented your first aircraft. Scrolling down a little bit more, we have a league, which is a monthly competition that the leaders of each of the different types of categories will be awarded Avia tokens at the end of each month. We have a small list of the quick jobs from our current airport, and we have the live list of everyone flying currently in Aviatife. So what we want to do from here is to click on the Jobs tab. This is the central place for finding jobs in Aviatife. You can see the location of the jobs on the map itself. And below that, we have our list of the jobs, how far away they are, which airport it's going to, along with the payload and information about the job, the deadline to complete the job, and the aircraft in quick jobs that we'll be using for that particular job. While you are in the quick job types, all the aircraft, as you can see, will have 180% fuel needed, and they will provide the aircraft. There's no reason or need to rent or purchase an aircraft to get started in the game. You can change the distance you're reviewing the job by either clicking one of the buttons down here, or in the drop down, you can see how far each of the job types are. We're going to go ahead and look at next door to get a nice close job to get started with. And at 31 nautical miles away, we're going to go ahead and transport one passenger to his excursion. You will see here a penalty. This penalty is if you crash or do not complete the job on time. You will be penalized for it. So we will click Take the Job, and this brings us to the Accepted Jobs tab. From here, we can see all of the accepted jobs that we have taken in a list, and then we can decide that we want to fly the particular job. So we click Fly. When you hit Fly, it'll bring you to this first flight page. It will show the information about the payload and the fuel. You cannot change these in the quick jobs area. There's no need to. You will see an area for payload or passengers waiting, and this is for later on when you have either your own aircraft or you're renting an aircraft. You will then be able to place the cargo and the passengers back and forth. The optional flight plan, by generating a flight plan, it will connect to SimBrief and generate a flight plan for you and lifts it here. And then we have the pre-flight plane validation. Everything in here has to be passed in the green for a job to be started. So the idea for this is that everything in the simulator will be set up with what the expected values that the job would require. For passengers, down here, you can these are also optional. You can provide a free in-flight meal. You can't feed the cargo, obviously. This will give you additional bonus, or you can provide air sickness bags. And then provide satisfaction drops from passengers sitting nearby a passenger who vomited. This way it gives the comfort of the passengers throughout the entire thing. One thing to note when setting up your simulator to fly these missions: the weights and fuel levels will automatically be set inside the simulator by the software. You do not have to preset any of those. The only thing we need to make sure here is that we start at KFWA and that we're in a Cub Crafters X Cub. One thing to note is the engine stopped. You do not have to start every flight cold and dark. You can start if you wish on the runway, but you would then need to power off the engines in order to connect the software. So let's go ahead and set up the simulator and get ready with an X Cub at KFWA, and I will be right back. Okay, as we see here, we are in our X Cub. We shut down the engine, so we have a cold engine. Everything is good, and we click Start Tracking. The information here will tell us the distance, an estimated time left, and information about departure and destination, and the after landing checklist. This will come in to be clear later on. You scroll down, you can tell your passengers how much comfort they have, how much satisfaction they have with the flight. The attitude and true airspeed will be updated as the flight goes on. And we will see you on the other side to finish up the flight once we have landed at Wabash Municipal Airport, KIWH. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. So as we can see, we have landed at KIWH. The parking spot, which gives a 10% bonus to rewards, is fully optional. But the one thing is that the engine needs to be cold to finish the flight. Let's go ahead and turn the engines off. And there we go. Now we can see that everything is passed and we can click Finish the Flight. Once we have finished the flight, it gives the information about what we just did in the logbook. Flew from KFWA to KIWH. How long it took the flight, how much fuel we burned, and our landing rate. It'll give us the information about that. And we can then go back to our dashboard if we wish. And we can see that certain things have updated in our daily run. So we have to travel 50 nautical miles a single flight. Well, the max we did was 32. However, the 400 nautical miles can be achieved with multiple flights. This current score will tick up as we go on. The performing 2 flights from an aircraft in the light or basic light aircraft categories, these are done at a minimum of 50 nautical miles each, so we did not receive anything for that. But that covers our first flight and planning a flight. We can see we earned 22 Aviatife tokens from that and $209. Until the next video, you guys have a great day, and we will see you later.